It is not easy being a manager where you're trying to manage down, up, and sideways. You might be managing someone who is very difficult right now, or you have a manager who is giving you a hard time. I feel for you, and I want to tell you this. A smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. Hello everyone, I'm Ling Epson, also known as Coach Ling. I'm a leadership coach for a multi-billion-dollar company, and I started this YouTube channel to help managers in the tech industry navigate the challenges of leading a team. Today, I'm talking about what to do when you want to quit leading. If you happen to inherit a high-performing team, you're very lucky, but you're not going to learn much about how to lead a team. If you happen to have an awesome manager, you're again super lucky, but you're not going to learn how to work with a tricky manager. A smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. Every time you feel like giving up, quitting the role, wanting to go back to an individual contributor, or think that you're not meant to be a leader, remind yourself that you're learning to become a great leader. The best lessons I've learned on how to lead came from working with difficult problems. As an example, many years ago, I worked with a software developer. Let's call him John. He was very hard to work with because he was inexperienced. He wants to be promoted right away. He didn't understand that expertise takes time. He wasn't interested in building a relationship with his team. He wrote very rude comments when he code reviews other people's work. He had no self-awareness that none of his teammates wanted to work with him, didn't want to work with him due to his negative behaviors. It was frustrating to manage him because despite his negative behaviors, he was very capable. He had high technical skills and did get the job done by himself. I didn't look forward to our one-on-ones because it felt combative every time we met. During that time, I second-guessed myself often. I didn't think I was good enough to lead him to his potential, which he clearly had. The idea of termination was on the table, and I'm not one to shy away from that, but it was one of those scenarios that I knew in my gut that I could turn him around if I had more time and if I just knew how. The one thing I leaned on were the principles I knew of great leadership, and that is to keep being courageous by giving him clear and direct feedback as we go. None of those feedback sessions were pleasant, even though I was very prepared. I had script written, I've gone through it many times before sitting down to have that one-on-one with him. Long story short, in a few months' time, he was able to make positive progress and become a productive team member. When I left the organization, years later, he actually wrote me a beautiful message thanking me for my support and actually making him realize how he could become a productive software developer. Working with John taught me a lot about how to give feedback and gave me the confidence now to step into any feedback conversation. So if you're facing a challenging leadership situation, I want to encourage you to press on and keep going despite the difficulties, as you will learn so much and you will come out at the other end of it a much better leader because of it. So if you're faced or are facing a challenging leadership situation, share your story in the comments below so others know that they're not alone. And if this is helpful to you, please subscribe and share this with a friend who needs to hear this today. Bye now.